Hi friends, welcome back once again. This is part 2 of episode number 1, and in this particular part I would be covering our visit to the Chandrabhaga group of temples in Jhalawar, which is around 2 kilometers from the famous Sun Temple of Jhalawar. Around 2 kilometers from the Sun Temple of Jhalawar, the ancient temples of Chandravati, situated on the banks of Chandravati river at Jhalawar, are situated, which were built by Jhala Jalim Singh in the year 1789 CE. Earlier known as Chandrabati, being situated on the banks of the river Chandravati, Jhalawar has seen the rise and fall of empires while still safeguarding its ancient temples, which remain as significant symbols of architectural masterpiece of the city. The temple complex houses 5 temples in varying states of preservation. The Sitaleshwara temple, dedicated to Shiva, is the most prominent, accompanied by other Shiva temples, a Vishnu temple, and a temple dedicated to Mahishasur-mardini. A modest 4-pillar mandapa with Ganesha figure at the center is also part of the complex. Although the temple is just 2 to 3 kilometers from Sun Temple, it is almost a very aloof location without any chaos or city noise. Historically speaking, the Chandrabhaga temple holds both religious and historical significance as it is dedicated to Chandrabhaga, a name of the Hindu goddess Saraswati in some traditions. The goddess is associated with wisdom, knowledge, music, and arts, and she is also revered for her association with the river Chandrabhaga. According to legend, the temple is believed to be the spot where the sacred Chandrabhaga river once flowed. The temple's name Chandrabhaga is derived from the river Chandrabhaga, which was believed to have been an important river in ancient India. Some legends suggest that the river had healing powers and was worshipped by many. It is said that the temple itself was built in honor of this river and the goddess associated with it. Although the river is no longer visible in its original form, the temple remains a site of reverence for the local devotees and visitors. The temple is believed to date back to the 10th century, showcasing the ancient roots of the region's spiritual practices. Also considered a tirtha at the bank of Chandrabhaga River, the old temple remains inside the complex, now protected under a boundary wall, are numbered and named according to main deities presently found in the temple. It includes the Sitaleshwar temple, Shiva temple, which is temple number 1, Vishnu temple, temple number 2, again Shiva temple, temple number 3, Kalika Devi temple or Navadurga temple, temple number 4, and the Ganesha Mandapa, plate 1. The Sitaleshwara temple is denoted as Mahadeva temple by Cunningham, but he notes that the temple was originally dedicated to Vishnu, as evidenced by the Lalata Bimba lintel depicting Vishnu in the form of Gadadhara mace bearer. He proposed that it was subsequently converted into a shrine of Shiva. According to Cunningham, Temple 2 had an ancient statue of four-armed god seated on a lotus, and the pedestal of this sculpture had an inscription that reads Jia, engraved in the script of the 10th and 11th centuries. He identified the deity as Brahma. Temple 3 is recognized as a Shiva temple based on sculptures of Shiva and Parvati. He mentioned Temple 4 as Kalika Devi temple, and the Ganesha Mandapa is denoted as the Varaha temple. The archival data shows that these old temples have gone through many changes and have acquired a new identity. It is fine example of traditional Rajasthan temple architecture with intricate carvings and beautiful stone sculptures. While the temple's exact origins are still debated, it has been a significant pilgrimage site for centuries, especially for devotees of Saraswati and other Hindu deities. The old city is believed to have been established by Raja Chandrasena of Malwa. However, its history dates back to 500 to 1000 BCE as evidenced by the discovery of numerous ancient uninscribed copper cast coins and square pieces of silver in the region. These findings indicate that the site was inhabited long before Chandrasena's time. The current ruins, which seem to date back to 6th or 7th century CE, suggest that Chandrasena may have founded the city once more and named it Chandravati after himself. There is an old banyan tree in the Chandrabhaga temple complex between Sitaleshwar temple and Shiva temple, one under which a few Shivlingas are placed. These lingas and the trees are worshipped by devotees after taking a bath in the river. The presence of the banyan tree at the Chandrabhaga Tirtha is considered auspicious as banyan tree, known locally as Bargad, is considered a tree of life. It is popularly believed that the banyan tree symbolizes the Trimurti, Vishnu, Shiva, and Brahma. The Ganesha shrine is situated at the entrance around 50 meters from the gate on the left side, while the Vishnu shrine is situated on the banks of the river Ghat.
না ও তো কাকুটার পায়ে জুতো ছিল না, আমাদের পায়ে জুতো ছিল।
The Kalika Devi temple, although closed, contains broken sculptures of Mahishasur and Ganesha, along with others, and many beautiful sculptures on the walls.
বাটা
The temples of Chandrabhaga have yielded a few inscriptions. One of the inscriptions, reportedly by Todd, dates to 691 CE. The inscription from the reign of Dugajana and mentions a Shiva temple built by Vappaka, the brother of Deva, who might have acted as the chief under Durgagana. However, when Cunningham visited the site, he was unable to find inscription that Todd mentioned in his work. Chandrabhaga functions both as a temple and a pilgrimage site where visitors worship, cleanse themselves in the river, and conduct rituals beneath the sacred tree, including lighting lamps. Architecturally, the temple is a classic example of Rajput Hindu style of temple architecture, with yellow stone being used for the construction of the temple. The elevated platform on which the temple stands gives it an imposing and majestic presence against the backdrop of the surrounding landscape. The two main shrines of Shiva and Kalika Devi contains iconographies on the walls and beautifully carved pillars, and if one has visited South Indian temples, the difference in style of pillars as well as the material used can be visualized. For more details about the temple architecture and specific examples, refer to the link of ASI mentioned above. So friends, that is all I have for this particular part and this particular episode. I do hope you did enjoy the episode and the information that I provided. Do like, share and subscribe the videos. Also comment and share your views on the contents of the videos, quality of the video, and in case you want any kind of improvements in the videos. I would like to thank you once again for having the patience to watch the video. Bye and take care.